All right, to get started in this retopology lesson, we're actually going to get started retopologizing our character that we've built in ZBrush. And so one thing that I wanted to point out, we exported out an OBJ and we also exported out an FBX, and I wanted to show you the difference between the two. And so if we go to File, Import, and we're using Maya 2020 for this, 19, 18, or 17, they all should be kind of the same. But if we go to FBX, say, and we just import that, and so if you hold down F, it'll actually frame, and we can see that our character comes in pretty nice and clean, okay? On the import, I think I have my group turned on, and I actually want to have that turned off. So I'm actually going to select that, delete, and I'm going to import again, and I'm going to say FBX. And so we can see in here, still came in with my group turned on, and that's not what I want. I want to actually just import without the group. So delete that. So new scene, and I'm going to say import. Group is turned off. Just select my FBX. Alright, and then I'm going to hit F to frame, and I'm just going to rotate and check him out. And if we select him, we can see that he's green and white. There's basically no texture on him currently. Well, there actually is a texture, I believe, which is just a basic Phong shader. So, and that'll be fine for now. We'll be making the change and adding an Arnold standard shader to him as we UV him and retop. So with that, so you notice he comes in as one nice solid object as an FBX. Okay, and if I was to bring in the OBJ, I'll show you exactly what happens. And we can see when we select these, like we have all of our meshes nice and clean in quads. And some of the stuff that wasn't smooth actually just comes in at a lower, comes in basically what we sent out from ZBrush as an FBX. But the model overall is pretty clean and just all one solid mesh is how we really wanted. And so for this, I'm just going to create a new scene, don't save, and then I'm going to import the OBJ and import. This is just the difference between FBX and OBJ. And so when it comes in, our groups are not smoothed, okay? I know that you can set that smoothing function on export in ZBrush, I believe, and I just find that it's a little easier to send it as an FBX just because it comes over nice and clean and everything's smoothed out. And you can also see when these objects, so obviously the shirt is one, okay, but it's just like it's all just kind of blah blah blah, lots of group little pieces, okay, like the pants are kind of weird, like I can see like some on the right and some on the left, and it's just a little odd. So I'm pretty sure in the object export out of ZBrush though you can actually combine all that. I'm not sure what that entails and what you need to actually set, what boxes you may need to tick, but if you just go with the FBX, actually FBX comes in nice and clean. So we're going to actually just bring in that FBX again right, so with this, we'll start on the retopology, and we'll basically go over some of the features on the retopology in Maya. It might be a little easier to start with a simple sphere, say. And if we go to, let's just start a new scene and don't save, and we'll create a new polygon sphere. Okay, and I'm just going to scale that up a little bit. And in here, if we select, make sure that our sphere is selected, you can see that it's selected, it turns green. Okay, and then we can actually turn this little arrow right here, we can actually make this a live surface. So now we can actually see the P sphere. So this one right here, this right here, make the selected object live. You click on the object, then you click on this little magnet, and you can see that this blue makes it live, which is basically unselectable now. So this is just a live object that we can actually make our changes on top of. So with the modeling toolkit, under this tab, modeling toolkit, we can see, so in this, in here is, so this is object, vertex, edge, faces, and this is our UV selection. So this is all the same tools that we use with F9, F10, F11, and F12. And so an object is obviously F8. So this is our pick marquee. You can drag. I don't really mess with this too much, and I also leave a lot of this stuff off. Sometimes I will turn on symmetry, especially when I'm building both sides. Sometimes I'll just like to work on one side and then just mirror the whole piece. It's just kind of, there's no real set way. You can actually use symmetry to model, which is fine. It does a pretty okay job as well.